Hey everybody, it is Thursday, December 16th, and it is the 16th day of Advent Tiny Present Season, and this is my DeVere Yarns Silk Advent. Oh, this is a very nice green. It's like a olivey green. Oh, that makes sense. It's called olive. And since I won't have time to open up tomorrow's because I will be on the road, let's find 17. Here's 17. Let's see what we have in there. Oh, that's pretty. It's like a smoky blue cloudburst. Yep, I was gonna say like a thunderstorm. That's beautiful. So there we have our DeVere yarns, and then for our Forbidden Fiber Yule Ball, first we have a pattern piece and a floss. So let me get that out. Ooh, it's all green. Look at that. Oh, it's nice and it's variegated. That's nice. Bayberry. Very nice. I'm going to pause you and see what is part of the pattern. So I obviously can't show you the pattern, but Bayberry is in the garland in the house, in sort of the building. I'm assuming it's a house, but there's like a garland decoration in the house. And it's also in the squirrel's dress. And that's basically where I'm seeing it. Now, full disclosure, I actually downloaded the PDF. Michelle G from Bendy Stitchy sent it to us. And I needed to use Pattern Keeper because I was getting all turned around. So I downloaded it so I know what it looks like, but I don't know what the colors are. So it's nice to see a new color. The second tiny gift is this, which is a cube. So I'm going to pause again, open it, and we'll see what it is. Before we get into this, which is a very strong scent, I want to talk about the fact that this string is like the exact same color as this plastic bag. I mean, like, the branding on this is amazing. So let's see what's all stinky in here. Ooh, a shower steamer. That's fantastic. So, fun fact about me, I hate baths. I'm a shower girl. I do not like taking baths. They gross me out. If you like baths, more power to you. But I like showers. So this lavender scented shower steamer is just the thing to soothe my senses after a long night of dancing or stitching. Just place them in the bottom of your shower and let the steam do the rest. I love shower steamers so much. I'm so excited. So here's what we have for today. We have our two greens, right? Our silk green and our cotton green. We have a little stormy blue and we have a lavender shower steamer. I'm so excited about this. I can't even tell you. All right, that's it from me. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Hey everyone, my name's Christy. Welcome to, well, the guest room in my parents' house on the floor in front of the bed. Thank you for joining me today on this Sunday. It is like the wackiest episode, but thanks for joining me on this Sunday to talk about my advent calendars and my stitching and plans and that kind of a thing. I have you precariously perched. I forgot all my my tripod. I didn't forget it. I didn't bring my big tripod, but I couldn't find my small tripod. So you are precariously perched on a dollhouse and I am on the floor in front of my bed. I'll post a picture here of your situation where you are. Also, if you hear lots of banging and like grinding like that, it's incredibly windy. We are at the Jersey Shore. It's incredibly windy, and they have awnings on all the windows that just like bang and grind all night. So I'm still tired. I slept until I like couldn't sleep anymore, and I'm still tired. Anywho, that's a lot of information for the first minute. So thanks for hanging out with me. I want to welcome my new subscribers and welcome back anyone who's been hanging out with me for however long you've been with me. It's been great to get to know you in the comments here on YouTube and also on Instagram. And if you're not following me on Instagram, you can find me in two places. You can find me at Dr_Christy. I'll put them both right here. That's where I post kind of pictures of every day, although I've been pretty lax on posting on all my social media because I've been traveling. But that's kind of my daily life stitching kind of posting. And I'm also at the Spoolery, which is my where I post my obsession with vintage wooden spools and any updates to that shop. This is a channel about embroidery and cross-stitch, other textile crafts, and baking and history, and the history of all of those things. So if you are interested in any of that and you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe and stick around. You saw my advent that I did at home, and that was, what are we at? We're at the 18th. So that was the 16th and 17th. And then I have this 18th and 19th here. I figured I would just open it with you all. Also, don't forget that I have a sign up for a birthday Zoom. My birthday is December 28th, and I'm going to be having a virtual stitchy birthday party from 1 to 6 Central Time. And if you're interested in hanging out with me, even just for a little bit, hanging out with me, you can hang out with me at, there's going to be a link below for a Google Doc. Just sign up. It just asks for your email address so I can send you the link to the Zoom. I won't be like using it for anything else. I won't be keeping it. And that will, I'll send out the Zoom link on the 27th, and then you can just pop in if you have time on the 28th. It's from 1 to 6 Central US time, which seems to work at least a little bit for just about everyone who I think would want to hang out with me. So if you're interested in that, there'll be a link down below to that. I also will have a birthday hashtag, the History Birthday Sal. I'll put that right here. And basically, if you're stitching anything that's vaguely historically related, you should tag me on Instagram and I will share it in my stories. And it'll feel like we're celebrating together during this like new surge of Omicron COVID, which is not very fun. And then finally, Jessica, the Rainy Day Stitcher, and I are having a start on the 28th. Well, I'm starting on the 28th. I'm assuming she's starting on the 28th too. We're starting a stitch along that is medieval themed. We're both medieval. I'm a medieval historian. She's a medieval art historian. So we're both stitching the Lady and the Unicorn, different versions of it. This is the one that I'm doing. I'm doing the Lady and the Unicorn Desire. And it is Party Like It's $13.99 Sal, which makes me laugh every time. It's so genius. Again, I have to keep saying this. None of it is my genius. I did not come up with it at all. It was totally Jessica's genius. So those of you who have been like, oh, I love this, I love this Sal, you can thank Jessica, the Rainy Day Stitcher. I'll link her down below. I also have like hundreds of Creepy Baby floss drops that I have to send out to people because the goal is to dilute the curse of the Creepy Baby. So if you want a Creepy Baby floss drop or a pile of them, this is what it looks like, then feel free to contact me on Instagram. I've sent out a couple. I've sent out a few. I've sent out probably about 100, but I bought 1,000. So I want to dilute this curse. I want to dilute the curse. So let me know if you're interested in that. So let's start out then with the 18th and 19th Advent, because I figured since I was recording, I would just, show them to you live. So we'll start with the DeVere Yarns Advent Calendar, and this is my silk Advent Calendar. And DeVere Yarns is a UK company, so all my UK people, they have like my favorite floss. I highly recommend you check them out. They're not that expensive. They have cotton, wool, and different kinds of silk. They also have weaving stuff. If you're in the UK, check them out. They're good. They're really good. So let's do, what are we on? 18th and 19th? 18th and 19th. So here's the 18th. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. It is called Mermaid. It's like a new setup. The light's weird. There we go. It's a little bit, can you see it better back here? I mean, this looks better back here, but it's hard to see. But it's sort of it's kind of like a lighter version of day 17. As I throw it on the floor. Right? So this is day 17, which was like the cloud burst. This would be a really nice silk shading situation here. So that was 18. Sorry, I'm looking at it on the floor. And I'm sorry that the light keeps coming in and out. Like, I'm just using the light from the ceiling fan. So we are where we are. We do what we do. We do what we can do. And then the 19th is down here. And that is that white? Ooh, it is. It is. It's just called white. And it is self-explanatory. But it's shiny white, so that's nice. So we got a light gray blue. Where is it? A light grayish blue. It's so loud. And a white. And next we have our Yule Ball from Forbidden Fiber Co. And on odd days we get on even days we get a pattern piece and a floss, and on odd days we get a present. So I actually don't have the pattern in here because I had to steal it because I was stitching last night. Oh, I have a pattern in here. I have the pattern in here. But I didn't look at the floss color, so I don't know what the floss color. Well, I was a little bit spoiled on Instagram. It's not in there. Hold on. I need to find my floss color. Hold that thought. All right. So the floss color, I found it. It was in the bag. The floss color is Wreath, which is slightly greener than it's showing up on the camera, but it's a very blue green. It is not what I would have anticipated something called Wreath would be. And if we look at the pattern, so this is right in the middle of the pattern, and it's kind of like a stylized tree. And if you remember, like a couple weeks ago, I talked about candles on what looked like a tree form. The wreath is the tree form. So this is the tree, like, and it's just kind of like branches, like it's not like a bushy tree, it's like a stylized tree. So that'll be really fun to work with, and I think pretty easy to do, essentially. And then day 19, I've already cut it open. Day 19 is this. It feels like a finishing fabric. I'm voting finishing fabric. Let's see. It is not a finishing fabric. It is a koozie. Keep your beverage cold and sweat-free with this fun and sparkly celestial koozie. It's a perfect fit for any 12-ounce can or bottled drink. That's very cute. I don't really drink out of cans. I don't use koozies. Maybe I need to start, because I did get one from Chevis of Chevy Rails podcast as well. So now I have 2 fancy koozies. I need to start drinking out of cans. Okay, real talk. Let's talk about this. So I don't drink out of cans because I don't like heavy carbonation. And canned beverages are heavily carbonated. So like even with bottles, I actually shake the bottle and let it settle and open it a couple times before I'll start drinking it, just because I don't like heavy carbonation like that. So with cans, I usually drink out of a straw from a can, because that like gets rid of a lot of the carbonation, and I'll like stir it up with my straw. So I don't drink out of cans very much. I mostly pour it into a glass, which gets rid of carbonation. But now I have koozies, so I may start. Well, I guess it would work on a bottle too, wouldn't it? See, it would work on a bottle too. Well, anyway, I have a little bottle koozie, can koozie. So there you go. Those are my gifts. I don't have much stitching to show. I did bring a couple projects, and I did actually do some stitching last night. So I did some stitching on my Forbidden Fiber Co. Mystery Stitch Along. What I did was, oh, I can't even show you. And you'll be so proud of me, those of you who've been with me for a while. I finished up the berry, what is it called? The allspice berry in the house, and the bird, and this little like doodad. And I also finished the swag over here and did that little doodad. So that's what I did last night. And you'll notice over here, I didn't, what's it called? I didn't grid it. I didn't grid it over here. I counted it. I counted it. Look at me. So that is what I have stitched. That's what I've worked on. So I brought this with me, obviously, since I just showed it to you. And I brought my Jacobean crewel work piece. So I'll work on that, which I think goes like this. So I brought that with me to work on. That's from the Royal School of Needlework, Jacobean crewel work class that my husband got me for my birthday last year. So I actually have to finish the lessons before my birthday this year, which is next week. I only have one more lesson left, and then I just, use the same stitches. But it's been really interesting. It's been interesting to like learn how to stitch in a different way, start and end threads in a different way. I did learn a couple new stitches, but it was interesting to kind of see the techniques. I think taking my current abilities and learning new techniques is really what I want to do. And this has helped me to do that. So I'm really excited and it makes me really happy. So I brought that with me. I also brought that because I don't need really good light. With this, I need really good light. But with that, I don't need really good light. So I might start working on that again tonight, maybe. I've been stitching, I stitched last night in the evening, which was really nice. And I came downstairs today and my stepmom was stitching. So speaking of my stepmom, I found out that she now watches regularly. So if everyone could say hi to my stepmom's name is Janice. Say hello to Janice in the description and in the comments below. She'd be super thrilled. She's super excited about my YouTube social media thing. In fact, she provided our little Christmassy backdrop here, and she wanted to do a lot of other things, but I'm like, I'm just gonna be sitting in front of a bed here. We're not gonna get too excited. But if everyone would say hi to Janice, she would be super thrilled to say hi back. So I have my Jacobean crewel work. I brought my Lindy Stitches Hedgehog House quilt, my hedgehog quilt, which all the rows are pieced together. I just have to piece the rows together, and I think they're about 21 or 22 rows. So that I would like to have pieced by the end of the year, and this also doesn't require a lot of light, so that's good too. My foot's starting to get numb. You're getting the raw, unscripted Christy's Corner when I don't have all my stuff around me. And then the last thing I brought was, of course, my temperature library, which I have not done any more work on, but I think also can be done in fairly low light. So most of the things I brought are embroidery just because it's less precise, and cross stitch needs to be precise. Embroidery doesn't have to be as precise, and I, as those of you who know me know, are not very good at precise. So that's what I brought with me. My plan is to, I don't know, just get a little bit of crafting time in. I do have to work. I have to prep for classes and stuff like that. Oh, and I wanted to, I think I said this, but I want to thank everyone for your concern about my pups. He has been doing much better. He has been depressed since I left. So I'm here by myself. My husband and my dog are back in Mississippi at home. He still had to work, so he couldn't come. But they're doing well. He's a little bit depressed, and I'm not even saying which he I'm talking about because they both miss me very much. But they're both doing fine, and Wicket has not had any problems since the last time I filmed. So that is such a relief. You just feel so bad when they feel bad. So that's all doing well, and I think this is going to be a short one. Oh, I did take some video of my drive, and it's not very good because I wasn't actually looking at it. I just kind of like held up my camera like on my steering wheel and like drove. But I didn't want to die, so I didn't like look at it. So I hope it's good. I'll put some at the end, and I hope you see something interesting. It was driving through the mountains, and it was very overcast. The whole trip was overcast and very foggy at some points, which I did not film because that is very dangerous to film at that point. But I thought I would just take a little bit of footage, very little footage, of driving through the Appalachian Mountains because people seem to like seeing driving and exploration. Don't mind my cracked windshield. My windshield cracked 3 months after I bought my brand new car. And that was 5 years ago. So you get used to it. You get used to a cracked windshield. It just didn't seem worth it to get it fixed when it was probably just going to get cracked again. It's Sunday now. I don't know that I'm going to film on Tuesday. It may be just very short filming. I mean, this is a pretty decent setup. It's a good angle. The light's pretty decent. So maybe I'll just film just real quick Tuesday before I leave for my mom's house and just give you a little update on stitching and a couple more advents and see what's going on. So thanks so much for joining me. I think I'll see you on Tuesday, and I hope you all get some stitching in. I hope I get some stitching in. So please take good care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye.
Welcome to Virginia. Welcome to Maryland.